guys, good morning. It is 5:20 in the morning, y'all. Could not sleep. Woke up at, I feel like 3:30. And then I laid there trying to calm my mind, but my mind's like, we could do this, this, and this. I thought, why don't we get up and maybe do some of it instead of having it in our mind, right? So y'all grab some coffee. So what do you do when you can't sleep? Like, do you read, do you watch TV, listen to music, lay there, get up? I'm just curious. What everyone does. It's so interesting. I haven't woken up like this in a while. So Claire now is eating. Girl is pushing hard, y'all. But she's got some, I think, let your stomach rest for a minute. Oh, yeah. Love wins, you guys. So, I think what I wanted to do, so I started tearing up my studio closet for fabric to go through the fabrics. I think I'm going to take everything off the floor, and I have like a little twin bed. It's like it was a place to sit and read, or sometimes I slept down there. You know, my mom started getting like cold all the time, and so, yeah, sometimes I would sleep down there so it wouldn't be so cold upstairs. Y'all, je t'aime. Je t'aime you. Je t'aime you. I do. Let's do a little show and tell. So I've been tea staining. Just like, yeah, in the middle of commotion. Well, I just need to start tea staining things, y'all. Doesn't make sense, right? Anyway, you're not gonna be able to really see, but this was like I just added a little something to it. So I'm just working on, what they call fodder, or just to have things ready to go. Y'all, look at that. Look at that. Little tea stain. I hate when the images are right. That's a little there. So I tried a CVS bag. It didn't really make a difference. But I wanted to try to replicate it a little bit, make my own bag. But anyway, I can just to use the inside part of it. And what else did I do? I've been doing mostly fabric, but so this is interesting. So this one already looked like that, and a little bit, but it's got a plasticky thing. So what I should do is sandpaper it a little bit, and then those places will grab the color. You know, just a little piece of paper. But you'd be surprised. And again, this was already like that, and there's the back. And I love this one, how it came out. I put the tea bag there. Love dictionary pages. And this is from a bag, one of those party bags from Dollar Tree. So, yeah, just to get it less blue. That's it. And this is from an old National Geographic from the 30s. What's interesting, you guys, I had left them out because to air dry and it rained. Not all of them were out there, but some. But, you know, so I try to have it dry where it didn't get moldy or mildewy. But you open it up and the colors have bled. And there's things people do with Citrusolve in the National Geographic pages. The different inks run differently. It's a big thing. The newer ones, of course, don't do it. So here's just, this was pretty much that color. Y'all, I have a lot of synthetic things. This was from a tablecloth. It's not quite dry. This is, I don't know, it's like a curtain, I think. So I added a little bit to it. Y'all, this was not taken dye no matter what I did. So what I'm going to do, I have some spray inks and try that. Now, this was bright white. I love this. It just looks a little, you know, I only did a little piece of it. I still have some. So isn't that fun? So just add some, if I want to add a little pop in my books. And a couple are drying. You know, look at this lovely paper towel. You guys don't know. So good. Going in my thing. So that's what I've been doing there. So I let my hair dry naturally yesterday because that's a sign of how the haircut is. Looks pretty decent, actually. You know, she kind of lightens it here a little bit. And sometimes that drives me crazy, but it's laying pretty good. I mean, this is literally just shake and dry and one comb, one brush. So I'm getting ready to make something. Now, this is the book, Krista Davis, The Diva Delivers on a Promise, a domestic diva mystery. I just love them. They're just easy, and I love the characters. Start with number 1, y'all. If you're going to read them, that's librarian's orders here. They're not a librarian. I want to say the diva cooks up a storm, but she also does this pen and ink mysteries, which is set in Georgetown. And Color Me Murder. So the woman is a coloring book artist. I just thought that was awesome. But you guys will be hungry, y'all, because they eat food. They talk about food. Yeah. But I'm making a peach crisp with oatmeal crumble. So it says 6 to 7 peaches. My friend canned peaches for me. And I have like 3 jars. But thought this would be a good jar. And it's for sugar. I don't need sugar because they've been in light juice. So I need rolled oats, dark brown sugar. I have light. That's okay. Flour, nutmeg, cinnamon, and butter. Okay. At room temperature. All right. I need to take that out. So you just throw the peaches down and then sprinkle with the topping. And you bake for 30 minutes. Probably less than that because my pan's longer. Simple as that. And then they have a strawberry poke cake, y'all. I might do a poke cake with some of my mixes. Cherry chocolate chip cookies. Doesn't that sound different for Christmas? So you're just going to add oatmeal and pitted cherries. God, dried pitted cherries. That sounds really good. So they have Cobb salad. And that's what was sort of my inspiration for making that salad, though I didn't have any strong cheese. This is a salmon and portobello mushroom salad with lemon dressing, y'all. I want to make that lemon dressing. So just really some good recipes. But speaking of that, y'all, I had made a copy of these, right? So you guys, I have like 4 peppers left. So what I thought I would do is I'm going to take out my hamburger, which I know I have. And I'm going to do half of it. And I'm going to make 2 peppers, stuffed peppers. And I'm going to do it with like a pizza stuffed pepper. Because I've been craving pizza. So I'll do half my hamburger for that. And then I have open marinara sauce, which I'd like to use up. And then I'll cut up some of the pepper for in it. Maybe add mushrooms. I don't know. A little cheese in it. Bake it. A little cheese on top. Oregano, y'all. Italian seasoning. So I'm going to do that. And then I have the other. I'm just going to make regular hamburgers with I need to get some, just a couple big regular tomatoes. Like heirloom tomatoes. And I'm going to get 1 red onion. So I want to do that, make just burgers with the, so like something with a crumb with a little flour I'm going to have. I've been trying to stay away from bread. So I'm going to make it with the lettuce because I got my romaine to use up. So I definitely had that idea. And then I'm just going to start eating out of my freezer, like not talk about it. Though I am craving meat. I haven't really had red meat. And I think I do better with red meat. I think I talked about that yesterday. Let's see. I was going to get one of these chuck roast things. I'm going in tomorrow. Tomorrow to Lidl. I can go into Lidl. If they don't have one, then I'm going to go to Walmart. I don't know how this is going to work, y'all, because of the heat. But maybe at Walmart, I can get a chuck roast, right? I also saw that they're supposed to have this healthier lunch meat that rates high on yucca. But other than that, because I'd like to tear that up for my salad. Other than that, I got enough salad stuff for the week. I might need some spinach. It's looking sad. But I'm still going to have peppers. I might need some tomatoes, little tomatoes. We ate most of those yesterday. Claire was showing me when she got at Trader Joe's. So that looked good. So yeah, so I got cheese. I guess I've had meat. I might want to get a zucchini, just one. But yeah, so I'm going to have pizza stuffed peppers, and then of course salads. And I have about this much hummus, y'all. I really like changing up the flavor profile, and that sound like a sophisticated thing to say. And I'm going to use the peppers, what I have left over for that. And then maybe later in the week, we're going to have some fajitas. Okay. So that's that. Got to start writing it down, y'all. So I wanted to share this with you. I was looking for library stuff to return. And Angela got this movie, Maudie. And have you all read it? It's based on a true story. It's about, she's like what you would consider an outsider artist, or, you know, there's so many names for it. But basically, he lives in this little house, and he interviews for a housekeeper, and she's got special needs, and she's pretty terrible at it, but she does this painting, and I'm not going to tell you any more than that what happens, but she's a folk artist. That's what I was thinking for. But I will tell you this, it's pretty grim in parts, you know. He's not an easy man to be with, but it's phenomenal. I mean, she is just, people like this exist in the world and we don't know about it, you know. I mean, I think her house is, she's Canadian. I want to say it was Nova Scotia, but I'm not 100% sure. Somewhere remote in Canada. And I think they have their house. Angela and I always talked about going there and seeing her museum. But Angela had bought this for me. It's called Capturing Joy, the Story of Maud Lewis. So that's the kind of stuff she did. It just made me cry seeing this, because Angela, she just loved her. She watched that movie so many times. But it's a little picture book. Is that the one on the cover? Yeah. Isn't that something? And just in this little, really sad life, but she had such a rich inner life, you know? I like this one. Let me see. I love that one. Maybe I should do some folk art of Clara. Clara, should I do folk art of you? She's like, no, just open a can. Isn't that beautiful? So anyway, but look at this. Look at the flowers at the bottom. Wow, there's just something about them. So he lived out in the middle of somewhere like that. And yeah. So, just going to introduce you to her, you guys. And if you have, you know, you can find the movie or Google her or download the movie. I would do that. This came out of it. This must be something Angela cut out. Angela loved to cut stuff out. Yeah, it's in German. No, my other friend must have given this to me, Irene. I might tea dye it and use it in my art. But anyway, I just wanted to share her. And it's Sally Hawkins, and she does such a phenomenal job. And of course, I don't like Ethan Hawke. I just, whatever. I mean, that's judgmental. He's not my favorite. But anyway, he's a creepy kind of character, so it fits well. Even though I'm sure he's a lovely person. He writes very strange fiction. And then y'all this. Okay, so this is, I replaced my loofahs. You know, you get them at the Dollar Tree. Probably terrible for you. Would they rate on Yucca, do you think? Anyway. So, here is what my mind says. Like, oh my gosh. We're going to take that, dip it in paint. And it is. It's a great thing to make marks with, right? Or do backgrounds with. It was like a little pineapple, right? So anyway. That's what's going on there. But yeah, I came home last night and I ate up my tuna fish with, oh my God, those barbecue potato chips. I scooped them up with that. Forget lettuce. I had that. But guys, if you don't like mustard, okay, they're Carolina Gold potato chips based on the Carolina Gold barbecue sauce, which I have right now. I think this is open. I could probably buy one more. I'm gonna get some more of these chips, y'all. If you don't like mustard and vinegar, do not. I repeat, do not buy these chips. But I did not score them on Yucca. Isn't that interesting? They are yummy. And anyway, so I had a handful. But chips aren't something I like overeat. So I just had a handful to dip up my tuna, and it was a lovely experience, you guys. Oh my gosh. So yeah, so that's what's happening. I am working on my internal self and talking myself through things. And thank you for your generous comments. And I know we all do this, and I just happen to share mine on YouTube. Yeah. And I'm just have to deal with the medicine. And I know one of the most important things is try to stay hydrated. And sometimes I do a better job than others. But I start off with this bottle, which is protein shake, which is about 25 ounces. And then I try to have my other water, which is like 15. So that's really not enough, right? I'm trying to have like an 8-ounce glass of water before I have my coffee while I'm waiting for my coffee. But I can do better. I really can do better. So I need to work on that. Because that's anytime your brain is hydrated and your body feels hydrated, you're going to feel better no matter what's going on. So I'm going to work on that. I'm working on trying to make sure I have food. So I just don't like at 9 o'clock want to eat all of a sudden. And I'm trying to work on that, not eat late. It's hard though because I get home at 7. I'm just not always hungry right away. Or you got to, well, or if you make something, it can be 7:30, 8. And then there you go. So 8 to 9, 9 to 10. So I'd have to stay up till 11, which y'all, I don't do. So I'm struggling with that. I'm just trying to be mindful and aware. And like, okay, if I eat at 8 and end at like 8:15, 8:20, then that's it, right? Don't have something at 9. That's the thinking. So good. But yeah, so that's what's happening. And I still have Trader Joe's, and like I said, y'all, the tale of the Trader Joe's receipt. And like Barb said, just do it. Don't worry, people don't care that. I mean, they're not watching me. Just get prices, and I can make them up. I kind of remember. I mean, they're kind of, it's like their frozen food is this or ice cream is this. I just don't remember the fruit. But I always get it and put it in my purse. But I had brought everything inside, that even like, canned goods, stuff like that, because it's so hot out. So I did write the price on some. Then somehow I remember I left it sitting on my desk. Okay. Then I'm pretty sure I put it in my pants pocket. So I'm looking through my purse. I don't see it. I thought, oh, yep. I'm going to go check my pants I wore. Not there. I guarantee when I finish it, I'll find it. But that, that's life. But that's just the ADHD brain. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just put it in my pocket instead of putting it in my purse, which honestly would have taken 30 seconds or less. And then I wouldn't have this like, where's my receipt moment going on. And sometimes in the moment I can deal with it. And sometimes it just doesn't dawn on me that I should go ahead and do that. Because my head is already ahead of itself and needs to be moving with it. So yeah, I'm working on that. I'd like when I start to feel like rushing, like, okay, take a breath. Where am I? What am I doing? Look around. Maybe the point of this is for me to practice some of these things, right? To, meditation and being in the moment and that kind of thing. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? But I'm trying to have, I have a really good sense of humor. I'm trying to have a sense of humor about it without Like, I call myself I used to say hot mess express, but you know what you say out loud and you claim is yours, right? So I am probably one of the most organized people you'll ever meet. I'm serene yet vibrant. I am making a living off the YouTube channel. Really nice, good living, y'all. Now, I don't need to be famous. I don't need to be rich. Just a really good, nice living. Just cheers to that. So I'm working on that too. And I have this thing I listened to, and I did, and then I've stopped. So I got to bring that back. His name's Mark Allen, and it's MarcAllen. And it's like, I can't remember the whole title. I'll have to show you. I have the CD from the library, but I bought it. I downloaded it on my phone. But it's affirmations, and you lay there, and the music's lovely. I used to do it all the time in acupuncture. But it's a nice way. Actually, I should have put it on when I couldn't sleep. But it's you can't drive or anything with it, but it's a nice way to go to sleep. But so yesterday, so there's a woman called Willa. I like that name, Willa. Willa. Wanders. I think it's Wandrs. Anyway, she's on Instagram. She's an artist. There's this thing called fodder school, right? And fodder is basically like ephemera or stuff you make, or just, like my tea stuff is fodder, right? So basically you have it, and when you create, you just have piles of stuff, right? And they're starting their 3rd year. It has the early bird special. But she, which is so smart, she offered free lessons. I think there's 12 of them. And I got an email saying they were going to be available till August 4th. So I thought, okay, I really want to watch these. So I had no problem, but all of a sudden it logged me out, and then my password not work. And I would send the link to reset it. It would not show up in my Gmail account. I mean, I did this over and over again. So I reached out to her on Instagram, and she said to go ahead and email her this thing. But I persevered yesterday, and I kept doing it. And finally it sent me a link, and then I changed it to what I thought my password was, which it wasn't, but it took it. Kind of stuff can make me insane, anyone insane. But I thought, no, we just keep trying it. And then, so I got to email her. But I thought, I have an early bird special, but I promised myself I could not take a class until my studio is easy to move around in. And that's the truth. So, but they do have, and plus I kind of would like to do, my goal would be to do fodder school 1, 2, and then 3, and then 4 live, right? Which would be this time next year. So I got to see if they do that. But some of the stuff I was seeing on Instagram. So anyway, there's these classes. Now some are projects that I wouldn't make. They don't appeal to me, but the techniques do, right? So like one of the things you can do is emboss, right? So you stamp something, and then you throw this embossing powder, you shake off what you don't need, and you heat gun it, and it raises it up. I haven't thought about that in a long time, and I have all that, right? Now, some of the projects required a couple things I'm not going to buy. But it's been interesting just to see. And there's one woman, I can't think of her name. I have to find it and see if she's on YouTube, or I'm sure she's on YouTube and Instagram. But she made this kind of tag thing, but her spirit was so great. She teaches in like Tampa. And I just, she's so earnest and, full of light. So she was really interesting. But what she did is she made her own tags out of watercolor paper. And then she said, just sit down. And what I loved about her is she's like, I like wonky. The whole point of handmade is it doesn't look perfect. Like you can use handmade tags, they come. But the ones that are like shipping tags don't take watercolor as easily. So the watercolor paper. And then she did holes in them, wonky as all get out. There was this one hole made me crazy. I thought, wow, I would have to redo. And I'm not, But just, it was an inspiration. She cheered me up last night. And that's, that's all you can ask for. But she talked about how creativity is her friend, and, and you want to treat it like a friend, right? Not take advantage of it, not, ignore it, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, she was neat. I have to find her name. But, yeah, but I want to do those cards. And like she says, you make them and you have them for your art. I like that. And, yeah, and there was some stuff in her project that I I don't know if I have the stuff for it, but it was interesting watching her. I'll watch her again just because I liked her. And then see, sometimes, you know, a lot of people are so smart. This is so smart to give these free classes, right? So you get a taste, and everyone is so different. I don't know how many teachers there are or how often the lessons are when you pay for it. I don't know, I have to look at that. But y'all, if you're interested in any of that, yeah, check out Willow Wanders. And so yeah, so I'm going to be making some tags. And, you know, sometimes when I want to be creative, like right now I'm in a mode where I don't feel like I need to put something together and have a finished thing. So, which is really good for me. So I'm just throwing stuff down without thinking about it, which is really, it's a struggle in the beginning. You know, my brain's like, I'm like, nope, that's not the point, because we're going to layer paint. We're going to layer all kinds of stuff on it. But I'm so thankful right now. And, you know, I was thinking about, you know, really, truly frustrated and just like, God, you know, I'm 58. Don't I have this under control? Like, can't my medicine work? I mean, just like in disbelief, but here we are. This is where it's at. And what do? Right? I'll tell you what, when Adderall is easy to get, I want the regular Adderall, and I'm going to do it every 30 days, which costs me more money and time. But if I get a bad batch, or, I mean, I don't know, then you're not stuck with 90 days of it. Or I really don't know. Because you just can't reject the manufacturer. But geez, there's a difference. And who knows right now, because Adderall is hard to get, what they're doing. Something's not right, though. I'll tell you that. I haven't told Beverly, if I drop dead or something happens, have them check my generic Adderall. But yeah, so anyway, just doing something like that is really a good way for me to calm my brain down and get out of. But all this going on, and literally just my spirit felt sick. And I thought, okay, gratitude. Let's do the opposite. And so, you know, and I think it's okay to feel sorry for yourself. I think it's okay. All this emotion comes up. I mean, it's not about not having it. It's about how do you handle it. It's not about repressing it or ignoring it. It's like, okay, here we are. Am I going to put more weight on it to drag me down, or am I going to try to lighten it? Right? You know, it's like when you have a food, you know, this food doesn't make you feel good. So if you eat it, are you going to eat it so you have that moment of satisfaction, but you feel crappy? Or are you going to choose something that is going to make you feel good, right? And that's why I'm working on trying to be in the moment to make a conscious decision. But anyway, gratitude. That was my point. I thought, what's the opposite of this? Gratitude, right? You know, I feel really upset that I miss Angela and the pool and Beverly and and, you know, it's a loss. But do I say, okay, I am so grateful I had that for as long as I did. Honestly, I am so grateful for every minute I spent in that little paradise. You know, I am grateful for you guys. So grateful. And I am grateful my air conditioner works. So sometimes you have to, you know, and I do think you start doing that. And all day yesterday, I started thinking of what I'm grateful for. And I think it's helped, you know, I'm still struggling with what I'm struggling with, but I think it lightened my load a little bit instead of having those thoughts going round and round and start to like pull me down. So, gratitude. That's my word of the day. And, you know, I want to get a tattoo. I was thinking about doing grace right here. What's so funny is, because I think I'm all wrinkled up. Well, I am wrinkled up, but that's okay. But one of my older friends, and she's probably 90. She's a patron friend. And I had written grace, like it hasn't even come off yet, y'all. So I showed her, and she's like, okay, compare your arm to my arm. Okay, she said, see all the veins, see all the, you know, and I thought, okay, maybe my skin's not, you know, maybe my skin's, yeah. But, so, does it matter that this is all going to be messed up? Where my body's not going to be wrinkled or have veins? Thinking about it here. Grace would be shorter than gratitude. It would cost less. That was so interesting when she did that. I go, yeah, there's a huge difference, right? 30 years of difference. Anyway, that's swirling around my head. Or I might do it inside of my ankle. But I kind of want to have it where I see it. So, all right, you guys, it is heading towards 6. And I want to go downstairs and do it. Like, I'm going to do 20 minutes in my studio of just putting stuff on the bed out of my way. And hopefully if I come across some kind of seasonal stuff, I will bring that upstairs, take that to the garage. And, you know, I've got a couple boxes down there that come across stuff. I'm just going to put it in there for the food bank. But yeah. So yeah. So I am grateful. I'm just grateful. I am grateful. And I'm going to choose grace. And thank you guys for reminding me when, you know, sharing a moment like I did, it makes you feel vulnerable, and, you know, and I can start judging myself, what people are like, what's your problem, right? Well, you know, that's not kind, is it? Your little kid comes crying to you and you're like, what's your problem? Does that help? No. You want to know what's happening, what's going on, and talk through it. So I appreciate you guys so much. And I'm proud of myself. I don't, you know, I really would isolate those feelings within me, which is super not helpful. And I think I'm growing because, and kind of healing because I'm talking about it in those hard moments. So I appreciate you being here. And yeah, so I mean, I'll just show you my crisp when it's done. Maybe I'll get that in the oven. Think about my time right now. But yeah, I'll show you guys that. And we'll do some more food planning. I think it's super important that I actually have a couple things ready to eat. Thank you, Jenny, for reminding me, you know, that food prep, having things is so important. And yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. And my salad, everyone loved the salad yesterday. It was yummy. And, you know, it's easier to buy like a $5 baked cake from the Giant than to go through all that stuff. You know, you always think, like Claire said, salads seem easy, but they're really not easy. It's a lot of work, a lot of prep, but that's okay. They were worth it. I'm worth it. All right, you guys, I will talk to you, and I'm going to post something fun, I hope. I'm just not sure what. And Trader Joe's is coming very soon. Guys, so here is my yummy crisp. And so I double the topping. Look at all that yumminess. It's really good. Maybe just a little too much topping. Is there such a thing? But I have this, I don't have ice cream, but I can take this whipped. Okay, guys, yum.